Yeah.
Blake Shelton is here with us, Ty, Kelly, and Chuck, and holding a card, which is that thank you note for Chuck, who just proved he has downloaded Texoma Shore on his iPhone.
This is for our soldiers.
100,000 thank yous is our goal, and this is huge, Blake. We didn't realize, like, we had a little talk. We were like, oh, dude, we should do like 1,000 thank yous. And then somebody goes, well, what about 10,000? And we're like, just say 100,000. Let's say it. If we say it, we have to do it. Dude, we're up to like 2,000, and we're trying to do it by Thanksgiving. We have 98.
How does this work? What do you mean? Like 100,000 cards?
Yes.
Or 100,000 like retweets?
Cards. Beautiful.
That is quite a goal.
I know.
That's quite a goal.
It's lofty.
Have they printed that many this year?
Actually, a group sent us a box. They bought like a 50-pack of thank you cards at Walmart, and they just filled them all out, and then they sent them to us. Yours, Blake, looks like a homemade card, and that's what a lot of people are doing.
We have schools and offices, things like that stepping up because we feel like Thanksgiving's such an American holiday and people
So
are
these
away.
will be received at Thanksgiving or ish?
Yeah. Or they're
Okay.
in. Yeah. We're working with the USO.
Gotcha.
You're
Right.
familiar with
I love
that.
this idea.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool. We've gotten these stories, like people will call us and they go, hey, my son is in the military. He's come home and he has cards that strangers had sent him. Like they save them and bring them home because it means that much over there.
Oh my gosh, I think this is going to be incredible. The stories that I've heard, any acknowledgement, any piece of home that they get when they're overseas somewhere, and many times they can't even say where they are, or you know what I mean. So there's just not a lot of communication. And
Brian, our web guy, his twin brother just got deployed 2 weeks ago, and he couldn't tell the family like where he's going.
Yeah. So to get something like this, of course, it's going to make someone's day.
Yeah, we appreciate you being part of it. Also, do you mind now if we start prying into your personal life, your relationship, music?
Please,
now that
we can sell.
Lock the door.
We can sell
Blake
some
Shelton's
stuff.
here.
Let's sell some stuff. Come on.
We'll dive into the relationship stuff. There are a couple songs on the new album we want to find out if are about Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
Also, there are rumors that you helped Luke Bryan get the American Idol job and negotiate his contract.
I don't know what to say about it. It sucks.
All right, well, we're going to ask you anyway. More with Blake Shelton coming. It's Ty, Kelly, and Chuck.
Nash.
Kelly and Chuck. Blake Shelton is here. We talked about this earlier. It's a sad time in Texas, and we wanted to focus on the positive things in the world. So Blake came in this morning, dropped off another note for 100,000 thank yous. He's headed back into the studio now with Chuck.
What is this office?
Yeah.
Awesome is what it is.
Luke's office.
You didn't use it, so they gave it away?
They were over looking at Chuck's old office, which listeners voted on, Blake, and decided we would give it to Luke Bryan.
Is that the real story?
Yeah, and we didn't mean to throw you off, taking you into the office of your now reality TV show competition. Luke Bryan.
I don't really consider him competition at any level.
And
I've hosted, the award shows with Luke, and I know what he's like on television. His difficulty completing a sentence. So I can already imagine what it's going to be like,
That makes sense.
on American Idol. So,
Well, he has got to come up with his own thoughts on that show.
exactly.
Oh, hey.
Which takes a minute.
Yeah.
And guess the clock's ticking when you're on live television.
now I see no alternative but for Luke to have changed your sign on the door, Chuck, to secretary.
Maybe Blake should be your boss.
Blake on the well, you do have seniority, Blake, because I'm sure Luke came to you and asked for advice.
Only thing that we talked about it actually for a couple of months, just on and off about it. Actually, it was a bigger conversation because it was, I know what that kind of show is worth to a network, and I know what Luke is worth to a show like that,
No, we remember you gave him advice and you said, don't let him lowball you on the price.
And he's there, so I'm sure that,
Really? You know what he made?
I don't know, but I know, it's Luke Bryan.
Yeah.
He's not going to show up for cheap.
Nothing, yeah.
So I'm sure those ABC people freaking hate me, but I don't care. That's,
Good.
yeah.
Well, you got to give up sometimes touring and things like that. You're not totally giving up touring, though. You're actually going out on the Country Music Freaks tour in
Pretty
2018.
much, though.
What's that? Oh, yeah,
I
you don't.
think I do like
got 7
13 shows a year now. I've never been one of those guys that likes to just go out there and beat up the road. I just don't. That's not for me. And whatever you can say about that, you can say. But I don't like to get burnt out on the road. I want to be excited every time I get on stage. I want to be a little bit nervous. I don't want it to feel like this is what I do. It's another night. I want it to be special. So
Makes for a better show, probably, for you and everybody else.
I think so. I think you feel the energy, and that's how we've done it for like the last 3 years. Like, I don't think I've done more than, by the time we do a few festivals, maybe 25 shows a year or something.
Perfect.
So, which, I'm sure that's plenty for people.
Yeah. Well, you've got a lot going on in your personal life now. Mm-hmm. You got the BS clothing line at Macy's. We saw, by the way, the picture of Gwen's kiddos dressed up like you. That
Stop
is
it.
awesome.
I died.
Yeah, we got to teach them there's a higher standard they should hold themselves up to.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Oklahoma a lot with you for the recording of the album.
Yeah. Well, she's there a lot just anyway, but a lot of this summer, the kids were out of school and stayed pretty much most of the summer there in Oklahoma.
What did you teach them that they didn't know from growing up in L.A.?
Well, fishing, anything like that.
No outdoors.
Fire. Look, it's fire. Look, it's not all
Stars,
all fire isn't bad. We can have a campfire. Like, well, you have a permit for the campfire? No, I don't.
Kids are calling the marshal on you. We actually saw it. So you have how many writing credits on Texoma Shore?
This one.
And what is that
Which is
song?
a lot for me.
It's called Turning Me On, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's been speculating the second you dropped it as like a leaked track before the album came out on Friday. Now, who is that about?
Come on.
Chuck.
Thank you.
You do that line, she's a Revlon girl in the black.
Revlon Red. Clearly, that song's about Gwen. I mean, I started the song down in Louisiana. I was doing a show down there earlier this year, with Thomas Rhett and Hank Jr. It was such a weird lineup anyway. And I think Dan and Shay was there. There was a bunch of people, and I thought, I want to actually see this show. This is weird. And so I flew to the show really early that day, and I got there way before it started, so I was bored on my bus and goofing around on the guitar and started this song. And I knew it was something pretty cool, and I knew I would screw it up if I stayed after it, so I called Jessie Alexander and asked her if she would help me with it. So,
is there a reason why you choose not to write a lot? I mean, just good time?
No, I do write a lot. I just want to make the best album. Before anything, I love to sing country music. I've always thought calling myself an artist is really pushing it.
Yeah.
I'm a singer. I don't care. That's what I love to do, and I want to sing songs that I love. And
well, but you did. You love Turning Me On. You clearly, this is like a special song to you. Is the reason that it's in there on the album?
What are you trying to dig
one song?
at?
Well, I just wonder, is
what
that
are you
because
doing
it's
to me?
Because it's like that one that you were like, I got to give one to Gwen from me.
Because I feel like even these that I didn't write are pretty much directed towards her.
Well, the whole record's got a sway to it. Got a nice sway feeling to it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like it.
Chuck
When
Wicks.
did you play it? Did you say, hey, this is your song, baby? Or was
No,
it?
look, it's not like that, because to me that's extra awkward. So it's just, when I was making the record, she was keeping up as making us playing her the songs. And, oh yeah, here's another one. And I don't think she quite realized that it was until it got to that Revlon Red part, and she was like, oh, and she's a little bit embarrassed, because I don't know how much, if she likes it or not. I know her favorite song on the album is I Lived It.
Well, that I don't
She
know if
likes
that's, is that a
No, it's just funny. It's interesting.
I mean, I got
is that
it.
a compliment to you?
I don't know.
Her favorite song is the other song. Is a different song on the album about things that I lived about.
Right.
Is there a lie that you're just like flat out? You and Gwen look at each other and you go, "How did that make it into the
Oh
tabloids?"
my God.
How many secret babies have you had?
Look, the level of gossip and lies is, oh my God, did you there's been several times in the last couple of years where there's like a Twitter explosion on me, and I'm going, that's not even my account. And so the stuff with Gwen, that's easy. I wish we had already had 3 kids. That would be awesome. That's like, yeah, keep selling that stuff.
Tough
man.
part's done.
Did you see that come? I mean, it really happened when you hit that next level with the voice.
I didn't, and I still don't, because I don't see that kind of stuff on Adam, and he's right there too. I never saw it on anybody else that comes and goes. For some reason, I think people are just fascinated that this inbred hillbilly, heavy drinker, this guy. How does he? We've got to write about it. It's unbelievable.
They're trying to find the mistake somewhere. Somebody, what's happening?
Speaking of tweets in the voice, do you guys actually write those tweets that pop up at the bottom of the screen? It's like Blake Shelton says, thanks for coming and being on the team.
Well, of course we do.
I'm sorry.
Of course we do.
I just wanted to see your face when you asked the question.
And the Wizard of
every
Oz is
single
real,
one of them.
right?
Can't ever find him on Twitter, I feel like.
Speaking of Adam, doesn't he have a little project out? And isn't there some sort of bet?
I think it's probably a children's album or something like that. I don't know if people take it serious.
Gregorian chants.
Yeah.
Do you guys talk about that as you're leading up to it and you go, let's just do it at the same time?
We made a bet. No, we didn't realize it until everything was in the works, but we had a little bet that, who would sell more albums the first week, which is really stupid on my part. I mean, they are international superstars. Chuck Wicks bought my one copy.
That's
of
right.
my
That'll
album
put you
and-
over.
Yeah, when you really look at me for a favor, you got problems.
Sean Myers, Kelly bought Adams. It's really one What's going on, Blake? I haven't made my commitment yet.
I don't know why you said that. You here, hide my phone.
I'll tip my hat to where my loyalty lies, actually. Do you want us to play I'll Name the Dogs?
I would absolutely.
This is off Blake Shelton's brand new album, Texoma Shore, which is available right now. Thanks for dropping off one of the thank you cards, too, man. We'd ask you to tweet about 100,000 thank yous, but...
I'll call the voice people who do my Twitter for me and have them put that out there.
It's Ty, Kelly, and Chuck.
Girl, it's high time.